few announcements. We're going to do announcements in two parts. The first part of the announcements everyone can be here for, and then we'll dismiss Sunday school and the parents, and we'll finish the second half. So let's all pay attention. This is just kind of like what we're doing next at St. Marina. A lot of people have been asking for sports facilities, so everyone can play sports, not just the kids. I know a lot of the adults enjoy playing sports as well. So we have a lot of room in the back, and the long-term goal is that we build a 3-story Sunday school building with an indoor basketball court. But in the meantime, because this can take maybe 5-7 years, we need something a little cheaper, rough and ready, that we can just build in the meantime. So kind of like a medium-term plan. So what we're going to do is outdoor sports facilities. And we have a lot of room, and I'll go through the plan right now, and then at the end I'll discuss the finances. So this is an aerial view from Google Maps, and it shows you an area in yellow, an area in red, blue, and green. The area in the yellow, you see all the way to the left right there, this is right next to the fellowship hall, and it's going to be a playground for the little kids, so for the toddlers. The area in red, it's going to be 2 half courts, so basketball, and it's going to have lines for volleyball and pickleball, other sports as well. The blue, so outside of the drive-through area, remember for anyone unfamiliar, this was a bank that we bought and converted into a church. So we still have the drive-through area. We're not knocking it down yet until we build the 3-story Sunday school building in the future. It's going to serve just as a shaded area that the parents can sit there, tables and chairs, and watch the kids play if they like. The full court will also be basketball, volleyball, pickleball, and in the very back we have a grassy area, and this will be the soccer field, ideally turf, and maybe room for some other things like tetherball or other things like that. So there's 4 areas that we're going to focus on. Like I said, the playground, the 2 half courts, the soccer field, and the full basketball court. So this area here, just to give you a visual, this is where the playground is going to be. This is the side of the building. If you're going to the fellowship hall, it's on the left side. That's the door right there that leads to the side exit. This area here, we've already knocked down that tree, actually. We knocked down the tree. We're going to knock down that wall as well, that little wall right there in the middle. And then all of that area will be converted. It's going to be some sort of turf, like AstroTurf. And then we're going to have maybe some sort of playground like this for the kids to play on. This area is the 2 half courts that I was mentioning. So this area here and the other side, it's kind of like a T shape. The area in the middle is the shaded area. This area here will be 1 half court, and then the other side will be another half court. And the company that we're working with, they've showed us a lot of their projects. They're able to do 1 court, and the surface, it's a basketball court. It doubles as pickleball. It triples as volleyball. I know that we have a lot of middle school and high school volleyball and basketball players. So it'll allow for multiple sports, and there will be 2 of them, 2 half courts that allow for this area. The very back area, between us and the Dillard's parking lot, there's a bit of a grassy area, and it looks small, but if you walk out there, it's actually pretty sizable. So it won't be a full-size soccer field, of course, but it'll be something, ideally, we can do maybe turf or and fence it in and have lights there. So it'll still be a good enough space for the kids. Probably won't be this big, but just to give you a visual of what it could look like. And then the actual drive-through area. We're not taking up any parking spots because we're only using the drive-through area and the grassy area. So none of the parking spots are affected by this, actually. This area here could house the full basketball court, and we have room to do a full-size NBA regulation basketball court, 94 feet instead of 84 feet, and it'll have, again, the lines to do volleyball or pickleball or other sports. So 4 areas. The good news is, even though this costs $225,000 to do all 4 phases, we don't need to do everything at once. What we want to do actually is sub-phase it, so just have different parts. The playground area is going to cost about $30,000, and so as soon as we raise the $30,000, we can immediately start working on that. and this will be the demolition of certain of that area and the drive-through area that has all the drive-through tubing and so on. Laying down the turf, putting a retaining wall, having a fence, removing the tree, which we've already done actually, having a door from the fellowship hall so you can exit directly from the fellowship hall and check on the kids as they're playing. So that's part one, $30,000. The second part is also $30,000 for the 2 half courts, which is a really good deal. We get 2 half courts, volleyball, pickleball, and so on, and it's $30,000. So total, once we hit the $60,000 mark, then we can immediately start this part. The 2 half courts is going to be an acrylic surface. They come, they treat the ground, they put several layers, and then at the very top, it's an acrylic surface. It'll have adjustable basketball hoops, I think 7 feet to 10 feet. Again, painted and striped for basketball, volleyball, and pickleball. So $30,000, $60,000. The next phase after that would be a $50,000 soccer field with the lights and so on. So that we would need to get to $110,000 before we start that. This would include the leveling, laying down either grass or turf, but most likely turf, fencing, electricity and lighting. And this will allow for soccer and other games, because next to the soccer field, we're going to have room for other things. So we could have maybe like tetherball, and now there's a new game called Gaga Ball. I don't know if you've heard of that, but we have room for these things now. The final thing would be the full basketball court. That would be around $100,000. This is the most expensive, maybe $100,000 or $110,000. The reason it's so expensive is because the land in the back is not leveled, and so we would have to level it, which costs about $50,000. Essentially, they have to kind of like demolish the higher part, the inclined part of the concrete, and then they would have to just rebuild it from there and pour concrete and have a slab and level it and so on. So all of that plus the fencing, we'll have around 10-foot fencing. It'll be higher than the other fences. Lighting, painting, and striping it. All of that will cost about $100,000. But again, the good news is we don't have to do all 4 parts all at the same time. What we really want to get done by summertime, and to do all of this, it takes about maybe a month and a half. So if we want to start mid-May and have it ready to go, or by the beginning of July, have it ready to start using, what we would like to do is just the playground and the 2 half courts. And then we can save for about a year or so to do the soccer field and the full basketball court. But for now, what we really want to focus on are the first 2 parts of this 4-part phase. Again, we're starting demolition tomorrow, actually. So even though we're starting the fundraiser officially today, we're already starting some of the work. So we're digging into our savings because we really see the need for this. So many parents, so many people have asked about sports facilities, so we can start just having activities for the kids, the summer activities, nighttime activities, anything that we want to do. The St. Mark's Festival that we run every summer, all of these things, it requires sports facilities. So tomorrow we're starting the demolition, so we need to start fundraising ASAP, and we want to have at least these 2 parts ready by summertime. And just to give an example, a lot of people have asked how they can help personally as a family or as an individual. And this is obviously optional. I'm just showing you how mathematically we could break it down. This is not like an obligation on anyone. You don't have to commit anything. But just to break it down mathematically, $225,000 over 100 giving units. We're actually probably a little bit over, maybe 120 or so. But 100 giving units, that means each giving unit would have to give $22.50 for us to raise this money over the next year. So some people, maybe they want to give that just as a one-time payment over 2 months, over 6 months, or over 12 months. If you do it over 12 months, it would be $187.50 per month for a year, in addition to whatever the regular tithing is. So this is just to show you an example of how anyone can help. It can be half of this, a quarter of this, whatever meets your needs and your family's needs. This is just to give you a breakdown of how we can raise this money so that we can have the facilities to serve our congregation and kids. We have a Zephy page dedicated just to this. So we'll be sending out the link in the group and through email, and this announcement as well. but this is the QR code that will lead you to the Zephy page that's different and separate from all the other Zephy pages or any registration pages. This is going to be purely for the sports facilities. Remember, if you're using Zephy to donate, there's always a processing fee. The processing fee does not go to us, it goes to the processor, Zephy, because it's not like PayPal where they automatically take 3%. This is kind of like a donation-based platform. So they automatically put it at like 10%, but you can zero it out, you can put it 1%, you can do whatever, but it doesn't go to us, it goes to Zephy. So make sure to adjust that number there. So please spread the word, keep this in your prayers. We'd like to have at least the 2 phases, the first 2 sub-phases, like I said, completed by the summer. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, just to show you an aerial view, it'll be a playground in yellow. The red is 2 half courts. The blue is a full basketball court. And the green is a soccer field. And it'll allow for a lot of other sports as well. And we want to have tables and chairs and maybe bleachers so all the parents can sit as well. If we have tournaments or matches, everyone can attend and watch as well. So that's it for the sports thing. One announcement again before I dismiss is please, we want to utilize